clear right here at azradio.com, day in, day out. Baby, I'm pushing for satellite now, man. We'll be rocking this world from way up there in the whirligigs, man, up there in space stuff, final frontier. I was talking to Captain Kirk the other day, and he told me how dissatisfied he was with the end results he was seeing until I took him over to his little time machine there on the Enterprise. And Enterprise IXXVI or something like that. But anyway, there in the time machine, I showed him, and look, man, oh, man, was he forever pleased, man. He says that's almost as good as the Genesis bomb we dropped on that revolted planet so long ago and regenerated the universe, man. He says that's almost as cool as that, though. We were there first, you know, the first Starship Enterprise, man. We did it. We did it good, too, man. We even made a movie about it, and everybody loved it. It was a high grosser at the box office, etc., etc. Now, you got to understand, Captain Kirk's kind of pleased with his journey through life on the Starship Enterprises, as the case may be. That's why they keep reincarnating from the dead, but they don't do much anymore because he just got, it all went to his head, man. But guess what? As I was talking to him there on that park bench of love, he come back to his heart. He got out of his head. He finally realized, he said, yeah, geez, I got off on being captain for a while. It's a lot of fun, ain't it? I said, yeah. It's also a hell of a journey, man. You're the one that gets the shit no matter what, you know? He says, yeah, I've been wondering about that. And them Bones was always picking on me, and, you know, all, what's his name with the pointy ears was always staring down his nose at me, he said. And I couldn't just live with myself. You know, I had to bloat up a little bit to kind of counteract all that bullshit. They were trying to upstage me, man, and, you know, steal the scenes. And everybody knew I was the most badass actor on the, you know, on the set, man. You know, everybody knew that. You know, well, there were a couple of guest stars that I had to, you know, give some gracious space to because, wow. I want to be upstaged by them. I just can only further my career. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink, he said. Oh, geez, Captain Kirk, man, get off of it, dude, man. You know, I'm going to line you up with one of Spock's chicks, man. You'll be in trouble, dude, you know. I mean, your old bones are going to turn to dust now, man. And he said, well, ain't no way, dude. He says, I've been around, man. I got the sturdiness on better than you do, old man. I think we both just fell apart right there. Two little egos rising in the dawn, doing combat on a park bench, man, trying to impress the girls that aren't even going to be there till the sun's way up in the sky, man. Way up in the sky. They'll wait, though. They're patient little turds, you know. Me and Captain Kirk. I think Spock's kind of secretly hiding on another bench around the corner from us, man, where he can't be seen, but he's just as hot on the Earth chicks as the rest of us are. Shit. I mean, did you ever see an episode of Star Trek in any of the series where the crew ever went and, you know, had R&R, or what do they call it, rest and relief, there on Earthside, you know, and the camera followed them around and the drama proceeded, etc. I mean, when the girls hit town, it's party time. You know, and then that crew is, you know, 90% women and 3% wimps, and the rest of them are history because the women overwhelmed them. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're not watching the same Star Trek I am. I don't have TV, so I have to tune into it mystically, you know. But I get the formula. I get the recipe. I saw a few of those movies, man. And I love the Genesis movie. I had to tell the old boy, man, right there on the park bench. And yeah, dude, that was the stuff. And I got to give you credit. You did all right in all of that, man. I mean, you know, for a chunky little Canadian lumberjack that, you know, wasn't tall enough to swing the axe, well, you had to go to Hollywood. What else was there to be? You know, at least down there, alcoholism is not seen as a disease, but as a, what do you call it, a qualification. You know, if you ain't drunk on the set, you ain't worthy, man, you know, of being who you are. You know, if you can't act your way through it drunk as a skunk, well, baby, you ain't any kind of actor to anybody else down in Hollywood. Because these are seasoned, tough veterans of the stage and the camera. The set. Ooh, God, what a set, man. We could do magic. We could do miracles. We could teleport people from tiny little caves in Central Africa and stuff. You see, now, when we were on leave, when we were on shore on Earth, oh, my God. Did you ever see that movie, Over the Rainbow, when the midgets that were actors in the Over the Rainbow movie, The Wizard of Oz? Well, you know, the reality of the back scene was they were drunk little skunks, partying all the time. I mean, and livaciously so. And they were tearing apart hotels and stuff and just going crazy, man. But they were really cute on the set, the Lollipop Kids. Hell, I loved them, man, didn't you? God, and they really had some lollipops going on in that other movie, too. You understand my meaning, baby? You see, we're all just a little bit wily that way. It's the coyote medicine, don't you know? But it's what gives the season to the heart and soul. It's what gives the rock and the rhythm, the tribal beat to the rock and roll, man. It's what makes life a paradise. You know, when you start to get the swing of things, when you start to not just dance with the music, but flow with the tribal drums, man, and the deep bass guitar, combined with the melody of angels, the harmony of life, love emotion, man, even in some of these ticky-tacky groups from the 60s and the 50s, man, back into the 40s. What about Patsy Cline, man? Ooh, I'm so sorry she had to leave us so early, man. She'd be like one of those seasoned veterans now, having done about 23 billion movies and about 17 billion gold records by now. Willie Nelson would have wore out just writing tunes for her, man, I'm telling you. And he'd have done it, too, because he's that kind of guy. What a saint, man. Willie, we salute you, man. Clink, clink, clink all the way around. We're going to have to play a little tunage from the old cow builder himself, baby. We love him so, man. He's got a nice little truck stop down in Texas, too, man, just south of Dallas a ways there on 30E. Oh, my goodness. And rumor has it that, you know, he occasionally goes there and tokes down with the truckers. But I wouldn't say that because the federales might be listening in. So you didn't hear that, okay? It's top secret, man. Nah, it's just a suggestion. He does perform there every now and then. There is a little performance hall built right into the truck stop. How often do you see that these days, eh? It's awesome, man, you know. So it's nice to see that, you know, old Willie, the trooper that he is still hauling you know what, and setting a good example for the rest of us elders, man. You know, just, you know, you don't feel the cold, bony finger of death when you're living a life. You just don't concern yourself with it. You love what you're doing, you love what you're being, just like Willie does, man. And you just go with the flow of it, man. The government cometh and taketh away. Well, God giveth back, don't she? Yes, she does, because she loves Willie, man. You know, I mean, it's happening. It happens to the best of us sometimes, you know. You go down hard, but you come back up grinning ear to ear because everything's getting clear and you got it a lot better than you had it before because you're not so burdened. You know the pitfalls. You know what to avoid now and what not to do, as well as how to follow the doggone flow and not doubt yourself so much and get in so damn much trouble, don't you know? See, Mary Jane's right there with you. She's like an ever-present conscience, but not one that makes you feel guilty about anything, but one that just reminds you through her presence that, you know, you ought to go that way, you ought to do this, you ought to do that, puts words in your mouth, stuff like that, you know. Because that's your real heart in motion. That's your real conscious presence. That's what I refer to as the tiny child. It's as wise as the whole universe and every bit as innocent, too. Can you blame the nebula for being red or green or purple or whatever the heck multi-spectacular color it wants to be? Or can you blame a black hole for being a black hole? You see, when you start to understand the spatial reality, it starts to cave in on you because you start to lose definition because you see past the illusion of all these identities. There's a singular thread of life in motion in everything that exists. And it's deeply appreciated by all that exist. That's the living truth of this universe. Now, if you think there can be conflict and warfare there, well, more power to you, baby, but it don't happen no more. See, that was the Matrix, the dream. In reality, We're not polarized. We're solarized, man. We're charged into being by the ever-present golden light of the sun, man, flowing through the mother as one, you see, which makes us one, too, because we're a replication of those two as one inside of our own little hive. And, you know, we took a kind of a reptilian ride there for a while, kind of a hard path when we went into that dream of polarity, duality, divided, and down in density and graveness and gravity could hold you down. And you could feel something called shame. What the hell was that? Hell, that was the beginning of it. And it got worse from there. And some people, oh my God, took the toughest paths for themselves, just to show themselves that inside, no matter what happened, they were still this decent, sweet human being that really gave a shit and could die smiling no matter how miserable that death might be and how many he had to take down or she had to take down to get there, you know. I mean, it can be wild, baby. You'd be living in poverty like hell itself too, man, and actually feel what hunger is and know what death from hunger is. Starving to be loved by life, starving to be loved by those around you, your tribal beings across this earth. There is no excuse for any child to experience starvation. I don't care what tribe, race, or nation they happen to inhabit. Gee whiz. Get off your high horse, monkeys. Share the banana, or I'm going to come over there and take them away from you and give them to the doggone monkeys myself. Captain Kirk will teleport me, man. He's my buddy. He's my friend. Yes, we speak in metaphors quite a bit. It's a Coyote medicine show. What do you expect? This is how our heart flow. This is how our presence be. This is how we settle it inside, don't you see? Allow the magic to be. See, we don't have to live in that whole way anymore. We can have it our way completely. But don't think you can design it into being, you know, because it's not a designer thing. It's already designed by the cosmic heart, man. You know, the one love, the mother love. God, isn't she foxy? I'm feeling a lot of that Mary Jane energy today, man. She's just wild and woolly and foxy and as steady and as sweet as the sunrise, man. Warms you right to the bones of your heart, the bones and marrows of your soul, man. Right down to your cosmic indifferentiation, man, to the center heart of love. The rock and roll heart at the center of life. Ooh, sweet Mary J. Helping us along the way. Well, I can't help it. It's the day after 420 and I still got the buzz because I know you do too. We never let it go, really. Just grow and grow and grow. Just like my little Christmas tree back here, only it's plastic, so it ain't going to grow. But it grows in my heart, and every day gets a little more Christmassy, you know what I mean? And every day is a brand new gift in a brand new way. Hearing that Coyote way on the Coyote Medicine Show, don't you know? You can leave some milk and cookies out for me, you know. I could probably, you know, depending on what kind and how hot they really were, you know what I mean? Santa likes to fly high when the reindeer, you know, are really on it. And so a few magic cookies tossed into the blend, and let me know which ones they are. And I'll be deeply appreciative, you know. So, wow, I think, yeah, it's Christmas every day these days, because if I ain't taking my tree down, well, humanity's getting dished up and serviced every night by good old Mr. Ms. and Moi, Santa Claus, whoever they are, man, whatever they really be, those little mystery beings. I think they're kind of like fairies, really. You know, they made you believe in Santa Claus and gave him a person and all that stuff. But I think in reality it's fairy energy, you know, 'cause just like the birds, you know how birds can communicate one side of the continent to the other rather instantaneously. It's amazing to see it in motion, but it does happen. Well, fairies the same way, cosmically. Cross creation, the way we're supposed to be, you know, we should be those fairies. But I don't like being that mischievous. I'm bad enough as a coyote. The cosmic clown that's hanging around, helping your heart come around right along with mine, babies. We're all in the same tribe. We're all in the same vibe. See, this is what people are beginning to recognize and feel, and this is why we're not going to see starvation anymore, are we, children? Nor a polluting of the food or the waters or the atmospheres. Nah, that just doesn't cut it here, does it? You see, we live in a world of abundant love, and it's provided through us progressively. you know, through these steps of technology that are being revealed to us now. A little bit here, a little bit there. But babies, the curtain's about to go up on that one. And the full presence of it will be known in humanity. And we'll all have access to it. And babies, it's utopia, and we don't got to worry about a thing. There's no need for money anymore. I know that's beyond comprehension for some. But when everything is there and you're naturally back living in your paradise life, everything is provided. Everything that is necessary, needed, or desired of the heart, including the full experience of your presence in creation. You're gathering with your family tribe of heart. For real this time. No more BS. For real. Because it happens beyond what we see here. And that's how you know the reality of it. And I'll speak no more of it in that term. But it's magic. See, when it's magic, it's powerful, and then you know it's real. Unless you're being deceived. You got to go with what you feel. See, that's what the deception's all about. To see what is real. Then if that's a deception, and that's a deception, and that, you know, and there's mystery built on mystery here, as far as, like, you know, how far down it can get and how far up you can get in your understanding as you know, turn your innocent eyes in those directions and see truthful things. And love and emotion in it all. Divine actors in a play, and we seasoned ourselves that way. By experiencing these roles, we become, divinely compassionate heart and souls, ripened forever by the avenues of paradise as we went through hell. I know it's a coyote thing, man. I know that's the medicine of life, see? That's what we're here to exhibit day in and day out. As we begin to participate in what we call megavision, baby, spiritual megavision, yeah. The vision we share as we take you there, you know, or we let Mary Jane take us by the hand and lead us so-called into the promised land, okay? I love the metaphor of that, so forgive me if I'm being a little bit too conventional. Michael rowed the boat ashore. You know why he did? He had a ton of fish that he had to share with the masses, you know, and he knew there was some young lasses over there that were waiting to speak with him in a very divine sort of way. So, I mean, you know, we all have our reasons for going through our seasons. And we all live through strife, the real avenues of paradise. And through the deepest hell, and the dankest smell, we rise up elementally, you know, and see way beyond the hell. The fiery flame of the heart transcends all that is in the way. All this hellacious thing. So you look outside, all you see is paradise. I don't care if you're in the heart of the city, man, you know, and you live in one of those neighborhoods. I don't care. It's paradise, baby. And you start to awaken to that now, and you're one of the first, so give yourself a little time. There's a lot more going to be popping up all around you, see. It's a revolution of incomprehensible proportions. And we got the Starship Enterprise on our side this time. In fact, the whole Federation fleet of divine angels in motion. It's a higher way, it's a higher level, baby. And bigger spaceships than you could ever imagine. Of course, a whole bunch of little ones, too. We got to service the big ones, you know. Puff, puff, the magic dragon flying through the sky. Puff, puff, the magic dragon. I wonder if that's you and I, riding along there in the sky in that beautiful little spaceship, love. I think it's a pink spaceship. I saw Elvis in a UFO. Long time ago. And I think you were sitting beside him too, baby. I knew it was, man. Talk about an up-and-comer, man. Well, I don't blame him. It was Elvis and I was a chick. Mm-hmm. He couldn't avoid me, man. Thank goodness I wasn't a chick, eh? Of course, I was just a tiny kid when he first started up, you know. He's a little bit elderly for me. You know, but yeah, now I gotta let you know. Where's my news flash? Well, it's been revealed. We all know it, really. That's why there ain't no news flash. Everybody knows it. For heck's sakes, it's up. You know, he lives up there in what they call the UP, upper peninsula of northern Michigan up there against Lake Superior, where the winters are superiorly bitter and wow, beautiful. And magic is all get out. You can get some northern lights there every now and then. It's awesome country, man. Wild as can be, too, and harsh. You got to be ruggedy to live there, man. Well, Elvis, he's a simple little druggist, you know, there. Little drugstore in Pontiac, Michigan. He don't look much like himself anymore, but anybody that knows Elvis can tell it's him. But, of course, he denies it and said, oh, shit, I can't help it what I look like. Well, it's kind of like Captain Kirk, you know. When you see through the disguise, you know the reality, man. You know. Boy, wait till you see through old Spock, you know. Ooh, that's an unwinding of a cosmic mystery all into itself that makes the Dark Star look bright. Let me tell you, this dude's deep, man. Don't ever... Well, yeah, if you have to, because you're loving enough to do it. Nothing's in our way now, is it? Not even Spock or Bones or the Klingons or the Top Ramens, man. Yeah, I remember them Top Ramens. They flew around in spaghetti bowls, man, and tried to pretend they were rice noodles, you know. But their intention was to take us all down through addiction to heroin. But, of course, that didn't work because the CIA was there way ahead of them and had a corner on the market, you know. And we couldn't get in the way of all that now, could we, man? I mean, you know, shit. We was loving them right out of it, you know. And all you addicts out there, well, here's what, man. Just, you know, you can be satisfied in yourself in this ironic sort of way that you financed into being. The technological transition, the technological aspect of our transition by your funny little addiction. And your whatever you did to raise the funds to take care of it, etc., man. See? You can't help them but be divinely blessed. And you can let go of this addiction anytime you want to. Feel the glow, let it go. And get on with your life, man. Start to enjoy things now. You don't have to go there to be there, you know what I mean? Because there is here. You see the magic of it now. You see it clear. See, we're always in service to the heart there, and it's a very Coyote thing at times now, ain't it? Isn't that odd how that works? You see how the darkness always serves the light? The love that comes down is the love that comes back up, blossoming, growing. From the fertile ground of the experience of hell, paradise arrived. And babies, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty damn cool. So says Grandpa here, in that Coyote way. Loving you so, from 9,000 feet high in the Rocky Mountain sky. Clink, clink, clink all the way around. Hey, and listen, if you haven't been over to thecoyoteclub.com, well, babies, get on over there and check it out, you know. And while you're there, remember, we're listener supported. We got some nice gifts for you there in the gift shop if you just want to receive them, you know. It's a beautiful thing. We share all the way around, babies. That's all we're here for, you know, babies. Ooh, just stand afloat and drift away, don't you know, with Grandpa Coyote, the Coyote Medicine Show, only and exclusively on the ever-loving, sweethearted, Mother Truckers of Life. Hazy Radio, network, trucking hard now, got that pedal now. Man, and we are not hanging around. Take off, baby. Wow, and how. Hey, and you know what else I heard about Elvis was like? It was all Tricky Dicky that got him all disguised. At first, they wanted to take him off planet. You know, they'd fake his death. Somebody else, you know, that would look like him would kindly pass away at just the right moment or something. Or they'd find some way to do that, you know, cover that aspect of it. Whew, I hope it wasn't dirty dealing. But anyway, so Tricky Dicky, because he was buddies with Elvis. See, Elvis was probably what kept Tricky Dicky from going way over the edge and pushing the button many times over, because I bet he felt like it a time or two. You know, his guy was fractured a bit, you know, but it was him that helped Elvis get himself a new life. You know, I think they did put him off to Mars for a little while, you know, while he did some facial fixing up and, you know, beefed himself up, got back in shape, you know, and then he was ready to rock, and then they turned him loose in this little tiny town. I always say it's Pontiac, but that's down in the other part of the state. Now, this is in the Upper Peninsula, So I really don't know which town it is. Probably, was it Escanaba? Yeah, it's probably Escanaba. No, wouldn't be that. It'd be like Isle Royale or someplace like that, you know. Or maybe no, it's not up on the north. It's on the Upper Peninsula. Yeah. Beautiful country up there, by the way. A reminder of what a paradise this earth truthfully is, despite all of her harsh and hellacious aspects. Which we are now, you know, since our challenge is through, dissolving away, because this is our day, our moment in time, where we honestly can experience the divine, the heart, the love, the truth of what we are, the living being in the presence of creation, the one through which creation flows into being as we perceive it to be, and as we live it, and as the energy of love that we give it, the understanding that comes forward now. This heart of the young'un is so wise, and it's seasoned by all the generations of time, too. This experience has been valuable beyond compare. There's reason for every little hellacious aspect of it. So give yourself a pat on the heart and know you're there. You don't have to wait around no more, 'cause you're in the flow. And good old Elvis, too, man. Well, I'm sure he's retired by now, probably fishing when the water's not frozen solid or trying to beach up by piling ice up on the shore and stuff. Oh, Superior can be kind of wild, but what a gorgeous and spectacular place to be alive, eh? Especially as an obscure little, you know, what did they call them? A druggist, yeah, pharmacist, yeah. A drug pusher of legal weed or legal dope. I didn't have weed back then. I think Michigan's got medical marijuana now, though. The whole world's waking up to that. So encourage, you know, all of your entities around you to be promoting of the Mary J. Because it softens the edges and helps you get it underway. At least that's what Pope Mary Jane here has to say on this thrilling Thursday as we continue to expand and grow. On the Coyote Medicine Show on the Hazy Radio Network with Grandpa Coyote and a whole raft of friends and relatives from all over the universe, too, joined together in a singular heart and presence that just happens to be you. I love it, too, man. It's awesome, man. Wear it well, because it takes a bit of getting used to, babies, when you realize the extent, the magnificent extent of your own true existence. Wow. Now that is the Aunt Howe moment.